Hey, what's going on? I've been gone for a little bit. Anyways, I'm gonna be talking about something that's really spooky. And you might want to spare a change of pants and panties because this is gonna be really fucking scary. I'm gonna be talking about Hollywood today. I know, you better get those spare drawers out. I know, you're probably pissing yourself in fear. You might want to take a seat for this. Jokes aside, we've seen some really strange shit come out of Hollywood recently, especially with the protest last year. I think the SAG-AFTRA protest, if I'm pronouncing that right, and also with the Quiet on Set documentary, which was just extremely disturbing and sad. It was about exposing Dan Schneider, and also his horrible response to it. And we also saw P Diddy, and that one's still going on with him being exposed for sex trafficking and all sorts of weird, unnerving shit. And he recently got arrested, and he also got exposed for potentially setting up Tupac and Biggie to get killed. That was extremely sad and disturbing. It was really just depressing. So we've seen some weird shit. You should have never trusted Hollywood, as Darren Malakian from System of a Down said. And today I'm going to be talking about two people, or really just a movie. It's something I'm sure you guys have heard, and if you paid attention to the title, you already know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the cast of Wicked. The cast of Wicked is so fucking weird. And there's been about a million videos made about it. I was kind of hesitant on recording this because I didn't want to sound like a clone of everyone else, but I kind of want to bring up something that I haven't really seen a lot of people bring up. But before I get into that, Wicked is like a movie. It's based on some Wizard of Oz properties. It's based on a play, like a musical, and that's about it. I saw the first one last year, and I wasn't a big fan of it, mainly because everyone was fucking singing in the theaters when I saw it, so I couldn't enjoy it. I hate when people do that. But I just don't care for it. Regardless, it's not really what I'm here for. I'm not really here to get into it. The two people that I mainly see people talking about are Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo, if I'm pronouncing her name correctly. Please don't slaughter me in the comments if I am. Please don't slaughter me in the comments if I'm not. But I'm seeing a lot of people discuss those two, and honestly, just hearing Ariana Grande's name kind of just flashbacks me to 2016, 2015, when I was constantly hearing her music all the fucking time, thanks to my aunt playing her music ad nauseum, which I'm honestly grateful for. Her music slaps. Even her new music kind of slaps. I'm not a huge pop music fan. I'm not like a pop head, but her music fucking slaps. But anyways, fanboyism aside, that's not what I'm really here for. There's been a lot of clips that have shown up, and Wicked came out. There was the first movie last year, and there's been a sequel that came out this year. And it's worth noting that both of them were filmed back to back. I'm pretty sure they were both filmed at the same time. That's going to play into what I talked about later. And there was a set of press tours last year where both Ariana and Cynthia were kind of acting strange to an extent, but it wasn't. I don't think it was alarming to a point where everyone was like talking about it like they are now. But now the new press tours, they're straight up horrifying. It's like watching two aliens pretend to be human. In fact, I'm just gonna go on and take my stupid ass out of here and just kind of show you guys a few clips. This is what the interviews, the new press tours, this is just what they are.
Not the time, helicopter!
Love you too. It has been a pleasure working with you. It's been a pleasure spending time with you. It's been a pleasure getting to know you. And I hope you will be there for the rest of my life.
I will be. And I hope you will be too. And it's been the privilege of my life. And I love you, and yeah, I hope you'll let my French be one of the things that you're learning how to let in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Forever I'm here.
Now, the people that have been following this for a year, this probably doesn't look that much different. You're probably used to this shit by now. You probably think this is nothing special. This kind of looks like every other interview that they've done, because they've been doing this for a year. Like I've said, it's been really shocking recently. Usually the interviewers will ask them a question, and then they'll just start crying, or their eyes will start popping out of their sockets. In fact, there's another clip I saw recently where the interviewer called one of them the ADHD and autism of them. I don't fucking know, man. It's weird. But why am I talking about this now? What do I want to talk about? Well, as you can see, if you use your eyes, both Ariana and Cynthia, they don't look healthy. They're pretty underweight. They look pretty underweight. In fact, they look underweight. I don't know if it's snowing on the set of Wicked. I don't know what the hell is going on. They look underweight, and it's really worrying. And I'm not a doctor. I don't know these two fucking obviously, but it's getting really concerning. And they act odd. That's another thing. Yeah, they're acting weird. But my main concern is that it is the fact that they've just gone down in weight. They look emaciated, and it's not just Ariana and Cynthia. It's other cast members as well. Like I don't remember her. There's another woman's name. There's another woman. I don't remember her name, but she's also pretty skinny. And some of the other cast members just look tired. Everyone looks like they had the life sucked out of them. Like Shang Tsung was the director of the movie, and he was sucking the life force out of them to keep them going and keep them acting. I don't, I don't know what's going on. And it wasn't like this a few years ago for any of them. They looked pretty decent, you know. They looked pretty all right. Even this decade, you know, they didn't. I don't think that they were breaking down on camera or crying after every time they were asked a question. I remember they were all pretty healthy and not healthy, but pretty stable for the most part. And then after this movie got filmed, after these movies got filmed, everyone started to notice something strange. And there's a few conspiracy theories that are going on. I'll talk about a few of them, and I'll talk about a few of them. None of these theories are my own, but I'm kind of combining them. I'm showing old photos from this decade. This is from 2021, 2020, so not that long ago, only a few years ago. And then this is after the movies got finished filming. And I think it's true. I think it might be just the stress of filming that's taking a toll on them. Obviously, it's not completely the movie's fault. I've heard that when people get really into their work and their acting, they tend to forget to eat. They just put everything aside. You know what I mean? There's also a really weird minority of people who are defending it, saying that people need to stop body shaming these two. And there's also a quote out there from Ariana herself stating that I think back in her, I don't know what exact era, back in her whatever the fuck Black Iana era, or back in like 2019, I'm not exactly sure, that she wasn't healthy back then either. In fact, she was on antidepressants and drinking with antidepressants. Okay, but she's also not healthy now either. It's also not good now. It's not good now either. And for telling people to turn a blind eye to it and telling people to stop body shaming is that's enabling. That's the definition of enabling. I'm not sitting here and saying that Ariana's fans are in control of what she's doing, but when you have people kind of just echoing that this is okay, obviously you're not going to want to change. You know what I mean? That's my main problem. And I wouldn't really mind it if they just looked healthy, but they don't look healthy. They look emaciated, they're acting strange, but that's the least of my concerns. It's just the fact that they look so... They look weird. They look pretty strange. They're acting strange, they're breaking down in interviews. They look fucking emaciated. They look the life force getting sucked out of them. It's concerning. And I've seen a lot of people saying that this film is kind of killing them. I've seen a few people say that this film is killing them, and it's kind of true. They're slowly declining right before our very eyes, and we're watching the whole journey the entire time. It's upsetting. It's upsetting. They're throwing their health away. And honestly, I'm not a doctor. I don't know them, you know. I can't say what needs to be done, but I feel like instead of giving them attention or more interviews, I think that the director or whoever the fuck is in charge of this movie needs to pull them aside and get them help. All of the cast members. All of the cast members need help. This isn't the first time that Wizard of Oz production has been completely shit on, has had bad luck. As a matter of fact, the original Wizard of Oz had tons of problems. Tons of actors were getting injured on set. The main actress, Dorothy, was getting starved, basically, and was being fed a bunch of drugs and not really sleeping a lot. And there's theories that this might be happening, and I honestly think so too. I don't know what the fuck's going on set. I haven't been there, but seeing the history with these type of productions and seeing with the first movie, I honestly believe it. I believe it. I think that might be what's going on. And if not that, then Ozempic is probably going wild on set. And one thing that I've seen a lot of people say that we need to stop body shaming them. This isn't really body shaming them. This isn't making fun of them for being small. There are people who are making jokes about it, but a lot of people are concerned. It's a train wreck. And I feel like people making videos about it and bringing attention to it, I feel like it just kind of encourages them to keep going down this path. It's just a really shitty cycle. And I watch interviews occasionally. I kind of check in just to see if anything's changed. Because, again, it's concerning. I'm not really that in touch with Hollywood. I don't care. But it just kind of seems like things are kind of going lower and lower. And it's sad. I'm exaggerating to an extent, you know. But, there's theories going around what might be going on. No one really knows, including myself. But it's just, man, it's getting a little crazy out there. It's just really weird. And, a lot of the interviews are just them breaking down and crying and looking like, just acting extremely strange and touchy and weird. Like they just went through fucking World War VIII on that set. The whole thing's just weird and sad. And that's all I kind of want to talk about. It's just another one of those things where it's like, man, the things that go on in Hollywood, you know, it's just really weird to see, almost upsetting to an extent. But I mean, yeah, that's kind of about it. That was me inserting my 2 cents. The next video isn't gonna be as dark. It might be something more lighthearted. But yeah, that's kind of about it. See ya.